Hi there. My name is Brittni West. I'm with the department that is going to be working with you. And I have your name as Daisy. Is that correct?
Yes.
Hi, Daisy. It's nice to meet you. I'm glad you're here with me. Before we start, I want to let you know I'm going to go ahead and take some notes about what we talk about. If you have any questions, please interrupt me at any time to let me clarify anything. If you're confused, please let me know and we can, work through whatever it is. And I also want you to know that this is confidential, but if there's anything that you say that, might allude to harming yourself or harming others, we do have to report it. So I just want to make sure that you're aware of that. Before we get started, is there any questions you have so far or anything like that?
No, I just don't want my kids taken away. So I just want to make sure that they stay at my house.
Absolutely. I know that might be a big concern. Did you meet with my colleague when she came over to the house, and did she talk with you?
I did, yes. It took me by surprise. I just gotten home from work and I was feeling already very overwhelmed, and I wish I had known she was coming because that would have helped me. But she came, and now I'm just worried that she saw something that is going to make me look bad, and I'm already so stressed. And so yes, we met, and I've been very, very anxious ever since.
Yeah, I can understand that. Absolutely. I hope we're able to get rid of some of that anxiety today so that you can feel confident in providing care for your kids, and know that we're here to support you and to help you along this way. So I just want to make sure that you understand, like, at this point, that's the last resort, is to remove the kids. We want them to stay with you. That's our number one goal. So we might develop some goals here on to help you work through maybe things that you've mentioned, like I know you had mentioned going through stuff with your job, and I have the form that you filled out, and so I'm just looking on that one, and mentioned work hours and kind of concerned about the work that you're doing. So I think that's hopefully where we'll head, and we'll just keep meeting and make sure that you feel like you know what you're supposed to do. So I appreciate you filling that out. I know it was a lengthy document. And so Daisy, just kind of wanting to get into your social. I know you had mentioned you have 3 kids. Is there any concerns that you have with your kids at this time?
Well, my youngest is giving me the hardest time. He stole some candy from a store recently, and I just couldn't believe he did that. And he knows better, and he stole the candy, and it made me look so bad. And he's only 6, but I feel like he should have known better. And so I've just been so frustrated with him.
Yeah. And when you feel frustrated, what do you feel like you do? Like, is it a reaction, or?
I just feel like I don't know what to do. I just feel so much anger and frustration. I just wish my kids could understand. I wish they understood all that I did for them. And so I just get so upset. And, sometimes I take it out on them, but I don't mean to, but I just get so mad because I wish they just saw that I'm working so hard and for them. And they don't seem to recognize that. Nobody else in my life is helping me, and they should know better. And I get so upset with them. They see me every day working so hard. They should know better.
Yeah, I understand that, Daisy. And it sounds like that's kind of how you were taught, and you have been teaching your kids kind of how to behave, and that's not something that they were taught to do. And so it's very upsetting when they don't do that. Is there any family or friends that you live by who the kids know and maybe could help be another support?
My family, we have a complicated relationship. They don't live close to me, but I don't think my parents would understand. I was taken from my mom when I was little, and that just caused so many issues in our relationship when we were finally able to come back together, and
Mm-hmm.
it just hasn't been the same since. And that's why I'm so focused on having my kids at home, because I know that if they get taken from me, then our relationship might change forever, just like it did with my mom when I was taken from
Oh,
her. And so no, we're not close, but I think we would be if those people didn't take me from my mom when I was little.
So that's definitely hard to hold that with your own experience being taken, and then now feeling like
Mhm,
your kids are going to go through the same thing.
mhm.
Um, is there um, any close relationships you have with like friends or a partner?
I don't really have time to make friends, but I have a boyfriend. He came to the bar that I work at, and I thought he was cute, and we just have a physical relationship, really.
Mm,
Uh, he's just somebody I can take my pent up stress out on, and
mm,
we have this understanding that it's just a physical relationship.
yeah.
I wouldn't consider him a boyfriend.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that, Daisy. It sounds like there's a limited time for you to have you time, and when you do, it's doesn't sound like it's as filling. Or do you feel like you are having any alleviation from the stress and the job schedule?
Not really. I view my time with my guy like as the only time that I can take for something that I want to do. But that just contributes to more stress, because sometimes he gets angry and takes it out on me. And I think he's cheating on me, because I've been experiencing some personal issues, and I think he's cheating on me, and that makes me feel so stressed.
Yeah, that's another added stress to what you already have. Um, do you feel comfortable sharing what kind of personal issues it is?
Well, we just have a physical relationship, so I've just noticed um some different things, a different feeling kind of going on personally. And I don't want it to be an STD, but like I said, I think he's cheating on me. I think he's cheating on me with my coworker, and
Mm,
it's just this feeling I have. And I'm worried about my body, and I'm worried about him continuing to cheat on me, and I'm thinking about talking to him about it the next time I see him.
yes, I'm sure that also another added stress. My goodness. Yeah. So there's definitely things that we have here that we want to kind of address and find a way to um, make your situation better so you feel just confident in caring for your kids, knowing what you need to do. Um, is there any specific goals that you want to set for yourself, or are you open to kind of me guiding some of the goals and we can kind of work together to make sure they kind of fit what you're wanting?
I just want my kids. That's my
Mhm.
goal. I want my kids. My life has been terrible because I was taken from my mom, and I don't want my kids' lives to be terrible. And so I don't know if anybody ever came to her house like they came to mine, but I'm just so scared, and I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do whatever it takes to keep my kids.
Okay. Well, I love to hear that. That's very like I feel like we can definitely make goals that you can meet and so that you won't lose your kids. We might be needing to do some parenting classes, and we'll talk about that later, and it's only for an hour, it's weekly. But I know and I understand that with that there would also be childcare needed for the kids, um, and the time off work. And so to kind of help give you that confidence, we definitely want to see if you've tried other positions, or if this position has a way where you can move up. It sounds like you've been in this industry a while, so you have the experience. So I definitely, would love to see that developed. And I know we've moved around about relationship support, and we've briefly touched on mental health. And I know it sounds like there's a lot of fear and anxiety about your kids leaving, and the same thing happening with your mom and you that happened with that possibility that might happen with your kids. Do you feel like that's caused some stress and some anxiety?
I think about it all the time. I think about how difficult my life has been and how I hope my kids see that I'm trying to give them the best life. And I don't, I work these hours so crazy at work because I want the best life for them. And that's just why I'm so mad at Rudy for stealing that candy. And,
Mm,
Danny's such a good boy. Like he can watch the kids, and sometimes they just disappoint me, and I don't know what to do. And I just I get so overwhelmed, and I try to take that frustration out in my physical relationship, and now I don't even have that because he's cheating on me, and
mm.
I just don't know what to do. I just don't know how to handle the stress. And I don't want to I don't want to give my kids what I had.
Oh, absolutely. Um, I know there's some therapy centers that maybe can help you kind of cope with what you've experienced in the past with your mom and your family, and just the stress of your relationships. Would you be open to doing that?
Well, my family doesn't really believe in therapy, but
Hmm.
I mean, if I'm going to lose my kids, maybe I'll try.
Yeah.
There you
And
go.
we can just try maybe one. If it's not what you want, we can try a different one. And if there's any specific preferences that you have, like a female, um, we can definitely work on that. So that's something that we can look through together. Is a family therapist. And then I would like to also maybe see if we can get you into a clinic. How do you feel about doctors?
I feel a little scared because I just don't go to them a lot. I can never afford to go, but I've been really uncomfortable. And I think if I'm going to have the courage to break up with my guy, like I want a fresh start. So
Mhm.
I'm definitely on board with going to a doctor, as long as it's a girl, as long as it's
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. That was my timer, just so I don't go too overboard and waste your time. Um, okay, thank you for sharing that. Um, and again, kind of like the therapist, we can kind of make sure that the preferences kind of fit what you're looking for, and make you feel comfortable. Um, so I definitely want to talk with you again if you're open to it, and help you walk through these different things. I'll bring a list. We can kind of talk about the therapies next time. We can talk about the clinic. If you have the time to go, I can send you a referral, and then as your schedule allows you to go, you can attend. And then I'd also like to talk about something to help out with your kids, whether it's like an after school program or a children's activity at a church. How do you feel about either one of those?
Yeah, well, little Sarah, she always is watching soccer on TV. So maybe that could be fun for her,
Yeah,
as long as it's not too expensive.
right, right. Definitely thinking about the price of these things. We can definitely look into the ones that might be free or at a very low cost. Um, So I to end our session, I want to thank you for your time, Daisy. I know it's very busy, and I know you've got a lot going on, but I see that you have passion for your kids, and I know that you love them. And it's just been a hard time to work constantly and then also be a parent. So I definitely don't think I think we can do this, and I want to help you do this. And if the boyfriend is not helping, um, that I support that decision. And if we can talk about it later, I would love to discuss anything, and I can send you my cell to support you, just making sure that you're safe where you are. Do you have any questions, or are you feeling okay about this?
Yeah, I feel a little less nervous than I did coming in. I was really worried because your other coworker, they were really rude when they came to my house, so I didn't
Oh,
think it was going to be helpful. But I appreciate the plan, and I just, as long as you don't take my kids, I'm ready.
okay. Well, thank you, Daisy, so much. And appreciate your time again. And you filling out this form, it definitely helps me assess where we need to help. So I will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.